So a smaller YouTuber in the Destiny community named Fallout Plays recently posted a video called The Truth About Destiny 2 and Bungie. So I figured it'd be fun to just get on here, react to it, give you my thoughts, and see what this is all about.
What are you talking about?
I know Grenader Jake. I don't know him. I actually kicked his ass in Trials not that long ago.
Oh, GG.
You got 2 burning. Got their good player down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, apparently he's pretty good at the game. I wouldn't know because we wiped the floor with him. It is, yes it is.
I would like to just take some time today to maybe bring the community a little bit more together. There are a lot of opinions right now about Destiny, about Bungie, and I feel like
a lot of negativity. A lot of negativity going around.
I've ever felt the Destiny community be. I've been a part of the Destiny community since
I'd say so.
Scattered lately.
Destiny
oh my god.
Shit.
I'm sorry. I'll let Fallout do this baby Jake.
Baby Grenader Jake. Dude, vintage footage right there.
The first thing I want to say is that Destiny is still
good commentary. Fallout
is even more so.
Yeah, I would agree. Don't know where he's going with this yet.
I don't know. Okay, so you don't know where he... So he paused the video to say that he agrees with something that he hasn't even said yet. I agree. I don't know where this is going, but I agree. I also agree. If Fallout agrees, I agree. And it looks like Astacross agrees too, so I agree too.
Yeah, but yeah, at its core, we mean the community in the game. The game has issues that are still pretty bad, but overall,
it has issues.
Yeah, great game. Issues. I would agree.
I will say, when did he say it was a great game? Did I miss something? I think the community gives Bungie a lot of shit. You know, and on some things it's earned, but on other things it's absolutely not earned. And I think we could all just calm down a little bit sometimes, you know? So yeah, the game has problems. I mean, I'm not going to deny the game has problems, but I think sometimes we're a little too harsh, if I'm being totally real. But
for an artifact per...
Sponsored AF.
Sponsored? By who?
Bungie? Anything good about the game.
Sponsored
by Bungie.
The best part about
because he said the game was good. Bro is sponsored. You say something good about the game, you're a shill. You say something bad about the game, you're a hater.
First up, he's not sponsored.
Right.
I need to make something clear about the whole sponsorship thing. Because I get comments.
You have to disclose it. If you're sponsored, you have to disclose that it's...
Are you sponsored? First up.
What?
Cross, how much do they sponsor you for the Helldivers review? That is a comment saved for bad games. Helldivers 2 is great.
We actually have to put...
I have not played Helldivers 2, but I've heard it's amazing.
That is true.
Exactly.
What he just said. YouTube,
you have to say that you're sponsored.
Behind the curtain info. We actually do have to disclose if Stream YouTube
yes, you do.
Sponsored.
Yes, you do.
Check my Suicide Squad guide.
It'll say there's a little thing that pops up in like the top
content.
corner.
You have to put it in the video description, the pinned comment.
It says this video has a paid product placement or whatever.
You can't like take money from
any of my video that's sponsored.
Make a video telling people
any
a
of
game is good.
Any of Astacross's. It'll say that at the beginning of the video.
You would get in a lot of trouble for that.
You would get in a lot of trouble.
Companies don't do that.
And on YouTube, there will be a little thing that pops and says this video is sponsored.
Correct.
Third. That just seems
exactly.
What would he be sponsored for saying that Destiny is
D2 is a good game?
Yeah,
sponsored trash.
With good
part about
good
Destiny
gunplay
is the gunplay. I mean, go play other
hard agree.
I agree too. It's really good. It's something special.
Completely agree.
People have the false narrative of saying that Destiny is a terrible game. It's not. It's fantastic.
I will say, ooh. So okay, I will say before they go on, because I don't know what they're about to say. Yeah, there's this narrative that Destiny is a shit game, and I think you know, as a Destiny player, you'll get ostracized from the rest of the gaming community for saying that you're a Destiny player and that you enjoy the game. And there's a lot of reasons for that. You know, Destiny's been going for 10 years, and a lot of people seem to just want it to die. And a lot of people are still surprised, like, oh, you play Destiny? Like, yeah. Didn't go anywhere. I think the community is kind of shooting itself in the foot right now, because instead of focusing on the good things that Bungie is doing, like the map pack and Into the Light and Wishes, and trying to fill this gap on such short notice, like, that's commendable, man. That is hard to do. There's a lot of good stuff that Bungie does. There's a lot of good things that Destiny does. And I think too often we forego praising the game to just shit on everything that comes out. And you know, should we put a spotlight on things? Yes. Are we maybe putting too much of a spotlight on the more negative things surrounding the game and the studio? Yes.
I feel like we're just kind of tired with the gameplay loop. The game has been out for a long time.
Yeah,
and we haven't had major drastic
not
changes
big
in a
shake
while.
up.
I agree with him
in a
at
really
the
long
core.
time. I feel like, you know, sometimes when people say Destiny's a shit game, they don't really mean that. What they're really saying is you're either tired of it or there's something about the game that's frustrating you. I think most of us can acknowledge Destiny is a very good game.
Bungie isn't doing anything wrong here. It's our expectations that are currently incorrect. Imagine you have a favorite food.
Let's see where it goes with this.
Restaurant even. And you go to
Fallout
that
looks confused.
restaurant and order the
As
same
Frost is
thing.
occupied.
Every single meal. Not even every day. Just
Yeah.
every meal. You love it at the beginning. You like it. By week 2, you're okay with it by week 3. By week 4, you probably can't stand this anymore. 30 times,
that's a fair
90 times,
point.
whatever
That's
by
a fair
now
point.
isn't appealing the
Oh,
way it
As
used
Cross's
to be.
chat
It's
is
the same
not
kind of
happy.
system here with Bungie. I genuinely believe that 9.5 years after the launch of Destiny 1, the majority of the frustration related to Destiny 2 just comes from overplaying it.
Or maybe not overplaying it. Maybe the fact that, again, we haven't had significant shakeups in the game for a long time.
Yeah,
The core gameplay loop is kind of played out. Like, we got Guardian Games coming up. Does anyone really give a shit? Like,
No. At the end of the day, you know, there are some people that play this game and only this game. And they should go play something else for a little bit, because if you only do one thing, you're going to hate it.
I kind of understand his analogies, but in my opinion, as the game developers, as the game maker, you're supposed to mix the menu up. So I get where the analogy is coming from about, like, if you eat the same.
Dude, I
thing
mean,
every
look at
day,
Fortnite, look at Apex. Maybe Apex is
to
a
be
bad
a developer of a
example.
live service game, you gotta shake.
You have to
the menu
shake it up.
And
Yeah, I would
you
agree.
Shake it up.
I would agree with
Especially
that.
if
Shake it
you
up.
I agree with
plan
that
on
as well.
game going
Yeah.
for as many
Shake
years
it
as
up,
game's
baby.
gone.
And they're tired of it, bored of it, frustrated by it. Stop playing until final shape. Go play a different game, take a break from gaming, do something else.
Let me just say this, he is right.
You
If
don't
you are burnt
just
out on
have
the
to
game,
play
go
Destiny.
play something else until final
Agree.
shape. At
Exactly.
the same time, as a developer of a live service game, if you're a developer of a live service
I know
game,
what he's
if you're
about to
Bungie,
say.
the last thing you want people to do is take a break. Because what happens in those breaks?
Yeah.
Something we get an idea of.
yeah, I get what he's saying. I take.
Let's see what Fallout is. I
Here's
know,
Jake
look at this.
smelling a fart. Although I do, again,
Dude,
I think
if you
it's
ask
healthy,
me, there's just-
even
there's
if
not
for
enough to grind
really
for right now in Destiny,
addicting
you know?
games. I still think it's a good idea to take breaks.
I
and
don't get
stuff
that
like I
same
think
like excitement when I get an
Bungie or
exotic to
any
drop or a God
AAA
roll or
game
something
dev
like that.
would be like,
You about to mention RuneScape. Yes, I took
Oh,
a
there
break
he
from
goes.
RuneScape because they had a shit update. That being
I don't know
evolution
shit
of combat.
about RuneScape.
And what
I know
happened?
nothing
I left,
about RuneScape.
and
Is that a Commander
suddenly
Jake emote?
I found this is the life. It's like I got RuneScape. I got no plans for
That's how I felt in
I can
D1,
do
dude.
this forever.
That's how I felt in D1.
It's probably the only time in my life I was like, if I would die right now, I would feel good. I will feel like I have lived a fulfilling life.
D1,
But
baby.
then about 3 months later, they had
D1?
evolution of combat, and then everything went to shit.
We're playing Destiny, it's going to be more enjoyable to be playing Destiny. When you've got a
Yeah.
big group
Yes.
of people
Yeah.
texting each other, Discord pinging
Dude,
each
that's
other.
the best.
Gambit,
Raid,
dude.
love that
Gambit.
feeling.
resets
Gambit
about
with
doing
friends.
Night falls.
Yeah.
It's
It
gonna
is.
get
It's
you
the
more
best.
excited too. This isn't even a Bungie fault. We're gonna get to Bungie stuff soon, but leave the game. People
Yeah,
are gonna.
and when
lose
your
excitement
friends
for
leave the game, you
and
feel
in
more
doing
inclined
so,
to leave the game.
Your friend group that
Exactly,
plays,
exactly.
they're probably gonna not play as much. And
I agree.
also the PvP community, what once was a pretty
PvP
populated
mentioned.
player base,
Let's go.
allowing for quick matchmaking. Little lag.
I can't
way
wait
less
until he
sweaty
talks about
matches that
PvP.
probably bother you. There's going to be way more lag, way longer matchmaking, way more sweaty matches. So that's going to make the game feel worse too.
Yeah, that'll happen with a lot of games. You know, time goes on, population will go down. Even with mega hit games, Pal World, Helldivers 2.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
look,
the
look
population.
at Power World, right? Didn't Power World just lose like 84% of its player base? But yeah, it happens every game. I don't know what my point was there. It happens. That happens. That's
Making things worse than they need to be. One of those ways is that they sort of prey on the nostalgia that we have.
That is
for
a
Destiny
word.
and the emotion that we have
Prey?
from all these people you've been playing for 3 years, 6 years, 9 years, whatever.
what
Our
I'm
emotions
saying.
from playing for so long and being a part of a community for so long. I don't know how many different times in trailers, in
Is he saying that like they prey on our nostalgia? I don't know, man. Dude, just look at Halo, right? I think that's just a thing that video games do. It's like, hey, remember this cool thing? Look at Halo, COD Zombies. I'm struggling to think of other examples right now, but I'm sure there are. I mean, I don't know that I agree with that.
reviews or whatnot, you have people on the mic telling us, who we are so excited and so thirsty for new content, telling us that the better days are ahead. The best
Yeah.
Destiny is still to come. This
Any
feels a
company
little bit
will say that.
predatory to me.
I don't
What?
know if I agree with his use of the word predatory. I feel like he's just describing basic marketing.
Yeah. Look, Jake's a smart dude. Like I'm not shitting on Jake. He seems like a great guy. I've never met him. I've never talked to him. I squashed him in trials once. I don't really agree with that. No diss, but I don't really agree with that.
Also leads to some false hope. Destiny's never gonna be as fun for you as it used to be. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Maybe 1 out of 100 of you are gonna actually have the.
No,
I don't.
I can't accept that. It can't be true, man. It can't be true. I buy into it every year. Every year I buy into it.
No, but that's
I mean, it depends on when you get into Destiny, right? If you got into Destiny last week.
Not even that, dude. It's like a game's best days aren't always behind it. Like most of the time, yeah. It's and will that happen with Destiny? Sure, maybe. I don't know. I disagree, dude. I don't think that how good a game is directly tied all the time. I don't think it's always directly tied to when you started playing it. I think that's a poor metric to evaluate how good a game is and when its best days are. You could get into Destiny. You could have gotten into Destiny during Lightfall as a solo player, but then all your friends hop on during Final Shape, and that's peak Destiny for you. Or Final Shape could just be better than Lightfall, better than Witch Queen. I know there are people in the comments right now. It's not going to be better than Witch Queen. We don't know that. We just don't know.
I mean, sure, the best days are ahead of you. I don't know. Really hard to say without the ability to look into the future of what content is coming down the pipe.
Exactly.
The best Destiny days are behind us.
Mac makes a great point. Is he right? Probably. Will I believe it? Absolutely.
Opium.
All the way to the end.
You and me both, buddy.
We look back to 9 years ago or whenever it was you started playing, and they feel like the good old days. All your friends were playing, your community was playing, the game was fresh. You'd never tried a shooter like this.
Yes, but I think most people can say the good old days and also acknowledge in what areas a game has improved.
It was exciting to you.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah, but I don't think it's being applied
the thing
in the
with
right.
Literally every game. It comes out, it's new.
Everything.
Oh my god, amazing! It's a new game. Let's all play together and yada yada yada. But then, after time goes on, the population just kind of goes down.
Dude, and what about games that have look at Cyberpunk, dude? And I get it's a very different game, but before those big Cyberpunk updates, nobody would have said the best days are behind us. Nobody would have said that. It's already happened.
It's never going to feel that good again. You're never going to be able to recapture that excitement again.
It's never time to behind you. It's time to be sad.
I will say this. Although I do agree with Jake. I am a romantic though, and I will.
I don't know. I can't really agree with that.
At the same time, that's why I think sequels.
I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping for
Destiny 3 would be important.
Better days and better things.
Like it's Bungie's responsibility.
Oh, Destiny 3 mentioned.
They want to continue to keep us within this franchise.
Yeah.
To mix that menu up.
But then we reset. We reset.
With, destructible environments. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because Helldivers has really changed my perspective on live service games.
Yeah, I'm
a Destiny 3. A Destiny 3 would be great in so many ways. Except for resetting and starting clean.
Oh boy, it's fresh and new feeling again. We'd be back on the treadmill for sure.
It would be good in a lot of ways.
The arguments, D3 isn't coming. Cope. I got it. But yeah, I do agree.
Dude, I'm starting to hate the word cope. It's it's the simp of the internet nowadays. It's an overused word. Sure. I'm not gonna lie.
Would we also get that feeling of everything's new and exciting, DMing each other on Discord?
Yes.
Grind. Yeah, that would be back for sure.
And my issue with Destiny,
but I don't want to start over again, man. I really don't.
On these rails, it's this on the rails.
Would I be hyped? Yeah.
Yet they sit behind,
yes,
the wall here and say it's a live
live
service
what's
game.
Gonna happen.
I don't
it's like
feel
there's nothing you can do, nothing any of us can do to change the course of the way things are going to happen. Yes, it's scripted, exactly.
Week-to-week chapter of information and content and story.
I do feel like it is a live service game.
On the rails is a good way of
like
saying
there are stakes, I think is what he's saying.
Exactly.
I would love the ability to fail a community
for example, dumb example, we know the Traveler is not going to explode in Final Shape. Why do we know that? Because we have the Pale Heart. Bungie isn't going to put all of this time and effort into making the Pale Heart a playable location just to blow up the Traveler and sunset it immediately. So, not to spoil it for you, but the Traveler is going to be fine. And I can say that with almost 100% certainty. Almost. For example, if the tower is not axed in the first mission, of a DLC, it's sticking around. You don't have to worry about it.
A game for everyone is a game for no one.
I do love
along
that
the way,
quote.
I feel
That's
like
good.
Bungie kept trying to make the game for everyone. So I think that's a great philosophy.
I 100%
This
agree with that.
problem that we sort of feel at the moment as a
100%.
community of either being frustrated with the game or there's a lack of a player base or whatever it might
Jake
be.
has a nice
leading up
setup,
to
man.
Final shape. It's only gonna be
I could take
worse
some notes.
in a year. What I'm about to talk about is
Whoa,
not
what did you just say?
actually sound,
Sheesh.
but as somebody
What I'm about to say is not true. No, it's not what he said. Is not factually sound. More people could learn from him, man. Think about it. The amount of times people could benefit on the internet from before you say something, you have to preface it with what I'm about to say is not technically true. A lot of miscommunications would not happen.
Again, let the record show. I love Grenader Jake. He's a great guy.
Hey, we love him. Cool
Good
dude.
friend,
Cool
good
dude.
content creator.
Great guy,
Just
dude, great guy.
I'm picturing Charlie Kelly in court. Your Honor, what I'm about to say is not structurally sound.
We're about to get our last ever big DLC, our last ever
Oof.
big raid. And although they are kind
I
of teasing about this idea
disagree.
of
I don't
episodes
think
kinda
so.
continuing
We'll see.
forever and people just coming back every 4 months to check out the new stuff in
I think
Destiny,
Bungie
this
knows
feeling
that that's
we
not
have
sustainable.
leading up to the final shape of, oh my goodness, we need this so desperately as a community. I think this is the last time we ever get it.
Damn, I really hope not.
Big
Yeah, I
annual DLC
really
is
hope not.
necessary for how many of us play and envision Destiny.
But it doesn't have to take the form of an annual DLC. I'm not even going to sit here and say that annual DLCs and the system we have needs to exist in the way that it does, but there needs to be something, whether it's every year or every 6 months or every however often, that injects new life into the game. You know, big opportunities for big change. That's something that Destiny needs.
Big new raids without all this excitement.
And
not
raids,
gonna
yes,
be many
please,
people
we
returning
need
to these
raids.
episodes.
Raids
Maybe
are-
episode 1,
raids carry,
maybe
man.
episode 2. But realistically, by mid 2025, I can almost guarantee you that the Destiny player base is going to be a
Man, I really
Maybe.
hope he's wrong. I hope that Jake is wrong. I
We need to
fear
see how
that he
episodes
might
play
not
out.
be wrong. I really wish Bungie would give us more information about what is coming after both the final
They
shape
don't want
and
to, though.
after-
Like, look, listen, and I'll let him finish in a second. Like, there was no planet where Bungie was going to confirm to us, like, hey, here's the expansion coming after Final Shape, or like, you know, because you don't want to do that yet, you know? And is it possible that there's just nothing? Yeah, it's possible. But I think Bungie knows that if we start talking now about what's coming later, it's going to take some eyes off of the Final Shape, and they want all eyes on the Final Shape right now. That's their... So I don't think they want to, you know, dilute attention away from that. I think that would be silly.
the episodic.
I hope it's for that
episodic
reason. I
content,
don't
the
know if
episode
it's for that reason,
content.
but I hope it's for that reason.
I want to know what is beyond that, because
We'll get there when we get there.
there's a
you know?
couple different, roads.
let Final
that they
Shape
could go down,
happen
right? They could
first.
either just be like episode content forever,
boy.
which I
Oh,
don't
boy.
think would.
Yeah, that
I mean,
too.
they're a company after all, right?
Bungie's
Or they could
only
do
game right now is Destiny. Destiny 3.
Destiny 3.
Yeah, baby.
I said that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Marathon
maybe, yeah.
is a joke. Look, man, I got different information. I got information that
You got
Destiny
information?
players don't like
wasn't
Marathon,
received
man.
that well.
But
I have to
even
believe
if
something. At the
Marathon
end of the
is
day, you
good,
got
I don't think it
some of your
derails
best
Destiny,
creative
but we'll see.
leads working on Marathon. Surely not. It cannot be shite. It cannot be. But again,
Oh man,
They've also
The
never really made a
Crosscopium?
game like
I want
Marathon.
to ride that train. I want to ride it. I want to huff that copium.
What?
would it be better if Bungie came out and said, "This is it. This is the last annual
Man,
expansion"?
No.
I don't know.
Or
Good
Final
question.
Shape launches,
No.
6 months
Because-
go by. We're waiting for the next annual.
Here's
expansion
why
to
you
be
don't
called.
say that, because then in a state of already low player sentiment, you then introduce this idea in everyone's brains of, oh, well, this is it. That sucks. That's another thing to be bummed about. Absolutely, they should not say that. I get the mentality, and I get why some people might be inclined to say, yes, they should tell us exactly. I just disagree. I don't think that's something they should be disclosing right now. I think you let Final Shape happen, and you see how it goes.
in the future. Bungie will make
Sheesh.
a Destiny 3 or sell the rights to it for another company to make. They did something similar.
That would be
Halo,
interesting.
Because this
Yeah,
is
they
a
did.
definite, wonderful.
They did, but I
community
don't
of
think they would
people
do that.
at this
Because
point,
Destiny
they've
is their
been
bread and butter.
fragmented and all. And I'm doing this all with no script, by the way. No preparation. I just took a shower and was thinking about, I should record a video
I'd
talking
never do
about this
that.
stuff. This is all pretty
Dude,
much
the shower.
one take.
The
Anyway,
shower
to
brings
conclude,
it out.
Shower
I think I've heard what you
thoughts.
say.
The shower thoughts.
Dude, I get so many YouTube brainstorm ideas in the shower. You have no idea.
That's where the best ideas come
Oh my gosh,
from.
should I tell people this? I'll tell people this. There's like I have this fucking type of thing that I buy on Amazon. Like, you're like sticky notes for the shower. Because like, I don't go into the shower expecting to have a brainstorm
That's
session.
awesome.
But sometimes you go in, you shower, and you just
No, dude, I have a brainstorm session every single time I'm in the
those
shower.
thoughts get lost, so I write them down.
That is such a good idea.
I gotta find out what that.
Can someone
is. But,
slide me the link to
they're like
those?
sticky notes in the shower. Wonder if he's gonna talk about cheating in PvP. Love Jake. It's just, this is something he brings up a lot. And I definitely agree with him. Cheating in PvP is really annoying.
I think I've encountered a cheater maybe once.
Far more than the average player.
My biggest personal issue with Bungie and where we are currently as a fragmented community is their inability to tackle the cheater and harassment problem in Destiny. And you might be thinking,
very
oh
annoying
my God,
problem.
here he goes again.
I don't think cheaters and Zims and whatnot are that big a part of like the player sentiment downfall or like Destiny's loss in player base. I don't really. It's a factor. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's that big of a factor because it affects people like Jake and really passionate and good Crucible players more than most people. It's still a problem. It's very much still a problem, and it should be dealt with.
Not necessarily a Bungie problem. They have a lot of creators. I'm gonna raise my hand and say I'm one of them who does everything they can to take down the names of people who are cheating, of people who are harassing, and provide as much evidence as possible.
Okay, I don't play as much Trials, but I think I may have encountered like one cheater.
Hand deliver them,
and I'm not even super confident about that guy.
For these things. Yet, month after month after month, these same people who have been either terrorizing me or terrorizing the playlist or whatever, they're still playing.
That is really frustrating. I will hard agree.
It is frustrating. If you're affected by that, I'm sure that is incredibly
I cannot believe, still to this day, how many cheaters there are in PvP.
Are there
I don't
really
play
that
a ton
many
of Trials at the moment, but I do feel like when
if any of y'all play a lot of Trials, let me know. Like, are there that many cheaters down there?
Like, and the guy has like a 100% KD or 100% accuracy rating with the Cloud Strike and like
those should be
20
red
KD.
flags.
It's like, come on, how's this guy not?
Or still a number. Probably people that do buy the expansions, you know, do play and pay for things in the game. Maybe Bungie's looking to capitalize on that, which is a terrible thing.
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Dude, the amount of cheaters in the pool, it's like maybe a fraction of a percent. I don't think Bungie's worried about
at some point, a developer has to make a decision in order to save the organic player base they have. They got to deal with the cheaters. I personally think what they should do is they should go in there and they should give a select few player mod rights. Essentially, you make me a player mod, and that way, when that guy across from me dicks on me, I can just ban him.
No, what? Cross.
That's an idea.
Is he memeing?
That is an idea. Pick me.
You fucking
pick
serious?
me, Bungie. Bungie, let me do it.
In the chat,
what if I promise real good? What if I just promise real hard to be good?
Horrible idea. No, 1,000 times.
Next time I see Jake,
you can't put that power in the hands of no.
Oh my God.
I get the frustration. Completely understand the frustration. There have been times when streamers. They've been certain that a certain individual was cheating. Turns out they're just really cracked. It absolutely happens.
Dude, 90% of the time when you think someone's cheating,
love cross.
Unless they're flying around the map, they're probably just really good.
Now, will I hit some innocence in that? Probably. Right?
Bro is Homelander. Bro is Gojo.
I may ban someone who is a legitimate good player. But think about
and then they're banned.
Bro, no.
And then they're banned, dude.
No.
From the game.
God. Bungie just needs to. We are truly in a desperate situation if that is the recommended idea from Cross. Will I catch a couple of innocent players?
Maybe.
No. Just get Bungie to do more on that front. Don't do this.
I agree with Fallout.
I mean, when you think about it, right? Like, come on. It's a sacrifice.
To discover. Not only are streamers hand feeding him to the people at Bungie who have requested them.
Out there, doing the Lord's work.
Then
Shit, did they? I really hope not.
Like a number of.
I think a few of them did. A few of them did, yeah.
50%. I really hope not.
50% of 4 people is only 2 people.
Like when they were laying off, they were
I
like,
really hope
we gotta
that is
save
not
money.
the case.
Slash everything.
That was a joke, by the way. If anyone at Bungie is watching,
one
that
thing
was a
I
joke.
never want to
That was a
do,
bad joke.
like this is just best practices for me as like a content creator and a person. I'm not trying to like shame the boys here because I really agree with them in the fact that I hope that Bungie does more.
No, mad respect to all 3 of these lads.
General tomfuckery going on in PvP. I never want to play the card of it would probably be so easy because I don't.
Yes.
I don't like when people
Too
say
many
that in
people
general.
do that.
Like I'm not
Too
a game
many
dev.
people do
I've
that.
never been a game dev.
Bro,
I
it'd be
really
so
don't know
easy.
how
Just do
easy
this,
it would
bro.
or would
Just
not
do
be.
X, Y, and Z.
Don't like
Yeah.
that. They should be doing more. I don't care what it is, except for that idea that Astrocross had. Don't do that.
Can we give Cross that power for like a weekend and just see what happens?
And it is
Bungie, I'm going to say this directly to anybody who's listening.
Oh, boy.
I will pay for the salary of somebody to do the job I am describing right now.
Wow,
If you
okay.
have no money, because that's been a
Hey,
thing
I
we've heard
respect
from Bungie,
it.
is that they've
I
got budget as
respect
shit.
that.
They can't afford things. I will finance this. If you want to hire somebody to manually review Trials of Osiris and any PvP accounts that are flagged by a lot
Jake
of
is doing
people
well.
or who statistically are just wildly improved compared to anybody else. If you want to manually review that and hire someone to do it, I will pay for it. That's how serious I am about how easy this would be and how much it would help the dev.
I have so much respect for that. Look, it's never going to happen, but man, that's good on you, Jake. I respect you for even putting that out there.
Like I am completely
That would be
behind
horrible
Jake on this.
Yeah.
I would love it if they would take this deal.
Man.
What a terrible look for a developer. Can you imagine
be
the
a bad
headlines?
look.
Streamer pays salary for person to actually implement anti-cheat. Or
Oh,
for developer to
yeah.
actually implement anti-cheat.
Bungie does not
Yeah.
need any more
I think
negative
everybody would
press
run with
right
that.
now. They
It's only
don't-
be picking
they
up the
don't
phone
need it.
calling Bungie being like, what the fuck is going on right now? No one should have to do that. If you beat me in a 1v1, you are 1000% cheating because there's no feasible
All right, Cross.
possible way.
Run
And
it
I will
up.
report you.
I want to
True.
see every
In mobile
content
games.
creator
I do
1v1
True.
Cross.
in combat.
I don't want to take responsibility for banning the cheaters. I don't want that job. But having some
hey.
unbiased person,
Dude, at least he's
review
not. At least he's like,
When someone
I
is
know I can.
able to elevate
I know
their-
what the solution.
I don't even
is.
play
All I know is
PvP,
that
I
it's
sleep,
clearly a
I
problem,
sleep.
and it's very frustrating. And
Oh,
yeah,
PvP
but I think it
isn't
would be a good idea. I
important.
wish they would look into it more.
Wake
I
me up when
really
they start
don't
talking
know.
about
I'm very
PvE.
curious now as to how many people
shit.
are left on the current.
I'm
security
kidding.
team
I'm kidding.
After
PvP
the
is
playoff
important. I love
situation that
PvP.
happened.
That's it. Unscripted ranting. I hope it made
For an
sense and was
unscripted
good.
video, that
Sort
was
of
good.
Take
That was
it
good.
all and all the
That was a
way
great
through the
video.
If you
Great
made it
video,
all the
Cross.
way
Great
through,
video.
not
Great
only
video,
thank you,
Fallout.
second
Great
of
video.
all, leave a comment.
I need to like this video, and I need to leave a comment.
I'm gonna like this video.
Let's keep the tradition going here. Cheaters suck ass.
All right.
And Cross, I really hope that the situation, specifically with cheaters, gets better. I do agree. If you've taken a break, come back for the final shape. I hope it cope.
As do I. Good video, Fallout. That was that. It's interesting. There's a lot of good points that are made there. A lot of good points. I don't agree with everything that he said. I do agree with some of the things he said. I feel like a big thing bringing Destiny down right now is like we're so fixated on talking about all the negative stuff, and I get it. Like there's not a whole lot to talk about now, but it pays. You know, it pays to be appreciative of the things that Bungie is doing, and like, look. I'm hyped for Final Shape, man. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I am seriously hyped for Final Shape. I'll never understand people who comment on a game that they apparently don't even play anymore, or like, okay, then why are you here? This has been the truth about the truth about the truth about Destiny 2. Thank you for watching this. Mad respect to Grenader Jake, as to Cross, and Fallout. No dissing towards any of them. It's all just good fun, all good conversation. Sorry about the lack of uploads lately. I have a very, very big project. The Warlords are in Dungeon Lock that is like 90% complete. So expect uploads to go back to normal. And then this weekend, you're getting another Trials video, ironically enough. And then after that, the Warlords are in Dungeon Lock. I think you're really gonna like it. And then after that, the Lightfall retrospective. Oh man. Thanks for watching. Good.